Yo, what's up guys, back with another video, and today I'm going to be doing a rant on NHL 21, including 8 reasons why it was just a bad year in NHL 21. I think I had one of my worst times playing the game. Like I barely play it now, and it's just not a fun experience to play. Not like it was in the past few years. So I'm going to be going 8 reasons why, including the first one being the horrible rewards in NHL 21. So let's get into it. So if you get into NHL Hockey Ultimate Team, there's only a few like ways you can get rewards. One being squad battles, but that takes very long and it's not fun playing against computer. Secondly would be rivals, and the rivals you're just playing, like, something about rivals just doesn't make it fun for me, and I know a lot of other people don't like it too much, but it's nothing like there needs to be a way to excite people to play this game more, like add duo to rivals, add duo to hut champs, and hut champs being the other way, and hut rush, I'll give it to them. That was a good method they could do, but the rewards, it's been the same the entire year, and they're not improving the rewards. With the amount of cards that are out, which goes into my second problem, there's too many special cards. If you go back to NHL 16, which in my opinion was the last actual decent NHL, there's barely any special cards. There's milestones, there's Movembers, there's Team of the Weeks, and that's about it. And the starting, like when the game would start, you'd have very high over like 90 whatever Crosbys and all that, and they'd stay very expensive till the year ended. And that's what I think we're missing in NHL 21 and NHL 2019-18, all those games. There's too many special cards, and it makes it way easier to have a good team without actually grinding the game like you'd have to in the past few years. And yeah, there's too many special cards. As you see here, this is just from like the past week or so. You have 12 cards over 95, you have a free 97, you have a bunch of masters every week, you have like, I don't know what the hell these cards are for, and you have them like every day, and like a new 95 plus every day. And if you just go check on the market, like, I'm pretty sure there's over 300 cards that are over 95 or 96, and we'll check that right now. But I don't like how it's so easy to get such a good team. There's over 500 cards. Like, it doesn't make sense. If you go on NHL 16, you'd have Crosby to stay up over like 500k the entire year. The rewards are just bad. There's too many special cards, and the ratings are too low to start with. Like 87 McDavids, they stay what, 100k for 2 weeks. I think for me that is a huge reason why I don't like this game. It's hard to explain like my actual opinion on it, like the reason why I don't like it, but it's something about it makes it easier and less fun when you actually pull a good card, because he's gonna go for much cheaper because there's so many good cards out. So it doesn't really make sense. They need to cut down on types of cards, and they need to upgrade the rewards involving maybe coins or actual players like in hut champs that are more usable. Next up, I'm gonna go over there's not enough things to play in Hockey Ultimate Team. I never thought I'd say this, but online seasons, when it was here, like, it's super underrated. I think everyone would like to have online seasons back. You'd play with your friends, and I think that was the funnest part, unless it involved like co-op in rivals or hut champs, or like a type of hut champs where you only play with co-op. Like, I think that would be very fun, but there's just not enough things to play. It's so copy and paste. It's the same thing every week, and it's not fun when you do, like, it's too repetitive. Hut rush, everything in this game is the same thing every week, and I think a lot of people like are not playing this game because of it. I think that I like, from what I'm seeing from fans or from the community, a lot, like, I think this is one of the lowest like people who actually play the game in a while, and it's sad to see, because this game has a lot of people play this game, and I think it's one of the lowest, and like EA games that have the lowest amount of people playing it, and I think it just shows how the other EA games are so much better. And yeah, so there's just not enough things to play, and it's not exciting. There's nothing new. It's always the same thing year in, year out, and I think they just need to completely revamp it for NHL 22, which is on a new console. So there's promise there, but don't get your hopes too high. Next up, this is just one of the things where I think everyone would like to see Movembers, I think, was the funnest part of the year. Not only was it early on in the year, but it's when you pack a Movember, you know that card would be so expensive, and it's a great feeling. I don't know if you guys had a chance to witness, playing with Movembers, but it's basically like Evolutions, which was in 17, 18, and maybe 19. But it's something about those Movember cards made it so special to have. It's something that I'd add in this game in a heartbeat. That great feeling of playing in November, getting those Movember cards, and there weren't a lot of them either. And another reason why there's too many cards in this game, as we'll continue into the copy and paste in this game, which is absolutely brutal. The events need to change. Not like the actual type of events, but everything that happens in an event is the same thing week in and week out. You have the same 3-packs in the store from different events. You'd have the same HUT challenges, you'd have the same sets, you'd have the same type of card, you'd have the same type of event. It's the same thing but with different the background on the cards are just different. I don't even know what to say, because I think people mention it so many times. Just they need to make this game more exciting, and they need to change it up a bit. I think if it just new people were to work on the EA NHL part and make it more like in FIFA. I think FIFA is a great example of what what NHL could be with the sets that they have. I think they do an excellent job. If you guys play FIFA, squad building, challenges, all that, where you have to give an actual team, which in FIFA is 11 players, you give a team with a certain rating and chemistry, which you put that in, you get an actual player or packs. Or FIFA has such a large gap on NHL. It's actually incredible. I know more people play FIFA, but it's sad how they can't just help each other out and just figure it out together and help each other just get better, right? As they're part of the same company. So with that said, also when it comes to teams in FIFA, you have chemistry. I think in NHL there's something lacking about having such a good team. There's nothing setting you off to not get just the highest overalls, as you guys see KK, Suzuki, Evans, all the Montreal boys. But there needs to be something maybe a cap of salary, but even then you just go for the younger. I think chemistry would work well as it did in NHL 16, where you can change the teams on the players or nationality or whatever it is. I think that would do a huge part in helping us, and I think it just make the game much more fun, or much more creative teams, because those the team changing customization items would be quite expensive. So I think that could be a great way to just make teams more creative and different than it being everyone's got Couturier, everyone's got Lemieux, Gretzky, everyone's got McDavid, Matthews, Taves, and Dean. It's the same thing, right? Everyone's got the same team, and I think that's it's sad to see. NHL 21's coming to an end. NHL 22 comes out in just over 2 months. It's coming in October, early October 12th, 13, 14, around that time, like it did last year. Sucks it's not going back to September, but it is what it is. Yeah, so that's another part, just the teams. Just a lot needs to change in this game. Next up, I remember back then, the challenges where you'd actually get quite good value from it. You get a lot of coins, you get some packs, you get some coins from it, but there needs to be packs, because what are you gonna do you're not gonna grind 30 hours to do all of this and get I don't know, 50k. It's not worth it. You should be getting packs. And even this, the same, this is part of the copy paste, right? It's the same thing every week, and there's so many things need to be said and changed. It's so easy to get a good team, and I think that's what ruins Hockey Ultimate Team, because there's nothing to grind for. I could not play and I could get a free 97. I could do challenges. Challenges need to be more worth it. And lastly, even 2 years ago, I think you'd be able to do this. You'd be able to see your friends' teams. And I know that this is not a big thing, but why can't we see our friends? We can't even see Stats Central anymore. I don't believe, at least. Where do you go for Stats Central? To check the stat, there's nowhere to go. I want to see other people's team. I want to see all the top tier players, in like in NHL 16, you can see all the guys with like Movember Datsukes and all that, while you had like a shit team because it was hard to get a good team. And I know I'm referring a lot to NHL 16, but like I said, I think that's the last good NHL that was out, in my opinion. Not saying that it's the best, but I think it's the last one that was actually decent and fun to play with. Even though I think most of us have played since then, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Let me know if you guys think I missed anything, or if you agree with me or not. I think the biggest thing for me out of all the things I said is that there's too many special cards and the ratings are too low to begin with. It just makes cards much easier to get, and I want to be chasing that 95 Crosby till the year ends, and that has to be a top tier card the entire year. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. If to be honest, if I were to just tell EA to just put NHL 16 back out there, but with the team, players on actual good teams, on their right teams and all that, I think I'd play that game. Anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, if you agree with me or not, and if there's anything I missed or you want to see in NHL 22, and let me know how you're feeling about it, if you're going to be buying the game or not. I know a pretty bad year this year, but there's always hope for next year on a new console. So anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!